So when we're talking about the MP5, first thing I'm going to talk about is the create a class system, how you can use it for all the different challenges and so on. To get gold, and as you can see, I have the gold camo right here. It's a beautiful thing, really. It's actually a really nice camo. You'll see it at the end. But anyways, basically, to get the camo, you need to level up the gun to level 50 at the very least to unlock this last set of challenges. And you're not going to have the best attachments right away. So, the ones that I think you should be going for initially is the sound suppressor. I think having a suppressor is huge on this gun. I think it's awesome. It allows you to flank really easily. It allows you to pick people off the objective and have teammates not really know where you're coming from. And it just works really well. And looking at like some of these other things like muzzle flash concealment and some recoil control, this gun doesn't really have much recoil. And even when you get to the end, when it is a high level, you have the agency suppressor, but it takes off 25% effective damage range, and this one takes off 15, and it's the same 100% with just a little bit of added recoil control. So I think the sound suppressor I used for most of it, I think it's amazing. So this is one of the attachments that you'll want to go for relatively quickly. The 9.5 reinforced heavy barrel is really good. This last barrel is really good as well. But once you have this one, the gun gets pretty good. And you can see it adds bullet velocity and some damage over range. So you'll win more of those gunfights at a distance. I think it's worth to have on there. The steady aim laser, you get it really quick. Having good hip fire on an SMG is fantastic. It means that no matter how slow your ADS speed is with some of these other attachments, you have a very good chance at winning a lot of those gunfights at close to even medium range with an SMG. So steady aim laser, and then I swap it out for this one once I get to later levels. The underbarrel is just mostly for like this one makes you run a bit faster. Melee quickness, I don't really care about that. This one makes you run faster, which is nice, but like melee quickness and recoil control, you don't really need one of these. Magazine 40 round speed mag is great. Being able to reload faster and have a 40 round mag just makes it better than the drum, in my opinion. So yeah, just go for that and try running that and see how it is. This one also is good until you get this, and then I use this for most of it anyways. And then the field tape is really good for once you're starting out. You can also go with the drop shot wrap if you like to drop shot. It's up to you, but adding that flinch resistance is really helpful when you're in those medium to longer range gunfights with this gun. And this gun's busted. It really is. So go ahead and just throw on any of these. All of these are pretty good. I wouldn't use the serpent wrap myself, but field tape's good, and then the jungle grip is really good as well once you're starting out. So those are some of the attachments that I think you should go for at the start, and then it's up to you if you want to prioritize some sprint to fire time. You can go with the collapse stock, and you can swap some of these out based off of your own play style. That's the first class I made. I also threw a launcher on here just because I think you should be going for launcher camos right away. It's so slow. Like, I'm prestiged, and this is where I'm at on the launcher, so just shoot stuff down. It'll help you in the long run. This setup I have danger close on. This setup I kind of made around the launcher. If you want to go for that a little bit harder, you can set up something like this. You can throw on danger close so you get more rockets, engineer so you can see the score streaks, and then gung ho so you can swap weapons faster. So if you want to go for the launcher really hard, you can go with a class setup that's kind of like this one. Now, the next one I made is for the gunfighter wildcard, and this is perk greed is amazing, but if you're not at level 45 yet, which it does take some time, and you want to use gunfighter, then this is how I set up my MP5. The optic, you don't have to have one on. You can take it off if you want to and just rock iron sights and have 8 out of the 9 attachments. But if you are going to go with one, I like the microflex LED. It doesn't really take up much of your screen at all. It's just a nice red dot, and it's what I used when I was doing this. And then muzzle sound suppressor, again, the reinforced heavy is great on this gun. And then the 5 milliwatt laser. This is on this class I started going up a little bit with the attachments, so this is like your medium level MP5. I went for the 5 milliwatt. If you don't have it yet, steady aim laser works fine. Under barrel, I went with the patrol grip, just because a lot of these are melee quickness, which I don't need, and then you get into the shooting move speed, the movement speed getting taken away and stuff. So this one is just, it makes you run faster and there's no downside, so I threw that on there. 40 round speed mag, once again, 40 round clip and a faster reload, can't complain about that at all. Then I threw on the jungle grip on this one. Once again, we're getting more towards the medium level, so this one makes you aim faster and have good flinch resistance. So this one I think I used until I got the last one, so quite a while. That one, and then the stock, I put on no stock for the sprint to fire time. And if you don't have that, the collapse stock is good. But once again, it's all personal preference if you want to go with this one. So that your hip fire accuracy is still pretty good. Up to you. So yeah, that's a class I made for gunfighter. And then I threw on flak jacket. Flak jacket or tac mask is up to you. I think everyone's using grenades and stuns in this game, and being able to counter those is amazing, and that's why I think perk greed is amazing, and I'm gonna get to a class with that in a second. And then scavenger, I think this middle perk, like, I don't really see the use for most of these. I really don't. Scavenger is just the go-to one, I think. And then I put on ghost. Ninja obviously is amazing. This third perk is entirely up to you. If you want to run and gung ho is great, but if you want to run and gun, ghost is also pretty good for when you're running, not being able to be seen by spy planes, and everyone's using spy planes. If you're being really good for shooting down spy planes, then you can go with ninja and just be quiet while you're going for flanks and running around. And if you're a high enough level, spycraft is also great, just not having to worry about proximity mines or counter spy planes. Like, there's a lot of good perks in this slot. It really is completely up to you. On this class setup, I just put on ghost. So yeah, I like the stim shot a lot as well. It's up to you if you want to run concussions. I just like the stim shot. The field upgrade, once again, is up to you. I have the stamp turret on this one, but the trophy system's good if you like to go for the beef leg and domination, or if you like to go for the hard point and hard point. If you play the objective, the trophy system's great. The field mic's good. Proximity mine, like, it really is entirely up to you what you want to do there. But the attachments on the gun, this is the setup I went with for gunfighter. Now, this next class that I made is the perk greed class. This is also, I put on the maxed out attachments. This is when you're reaching the end of your grind, you have all the attachments. This is what I found just melted people. And that was the sound suppressor once again. Then I put on the task force barrel. I see a lot of people that run the reinforced heavy all the way and don't switch off, but the fact that this barrel just adds 6% damage, I noticed a difference. And I'll show you it. So when you take it off and look at it, the damage is 32 at the very top there, and when you have this last barrel on, it goes up to 34. I assume that the way this game works is that you have 100 health, so 32 means that after 3 bullets, someone will still have about 4 HP. So it would take 4 bullets to kill. As soon as you put this barrel on, that 4 bullets to kill instantly makes it 3. So killing people in 1 less bullet means winning more gunfights, and I don't see why you wouldn't just run that barrel. I like it a lot. I noticed a difference. You can try it out for yourself. And then the body, the 5mm laser. Once again, I think prioritizing hipfire accuracy is great on SMGs, because no matter how slow you aim down your sight, if you start that gunfight with hipfire, it doesn't matter how slow you aim down, you'll land some shots and probably get those kills. And then just because I went with maxed out attachments, I decided to put on the 50 round fast mag. Once again, it takes away from your aim down sight time, but as long as your hipfire is good, I don't think it matters that much. And having 50 rounds and reloading fast is a bit better than having 40 rounds and reloading fast. And only 5% extra aim down sight time, so why not? And then the last handle is what I went with here for the aim down sight time, flinch resistance, and aiming while going prone. I don't see any reason why not. These are just the maxed out attachments. Obviously, you're not going to be using them for most of it, but things like the jungle grip are really good. The 40 round speed mag's really good instead of that. The regular steady aim laser is good instead of that. The reinforced heavy barrel's good until, like, you just need to use certain attachments, and that's what I wanted to show you, because I feel like a lot of people just show you class setups and show you how to do the challenges, but they don't necessarily show you the best attachments to use until you get the best attachments. And that's what I want to show you here, because at the end of the day, the thing that you need to do to get gold is level this gun up from the beginning. And then perk read is amazing. You can run flak jacket and tac mask. I went with tracker for the second one just because I don't really see a point. And then ghost and ninja together, why not, right? So yeah, this is the last class that I made here. So the first set of camo challenges that you get to with the weapon is just eliminations. You get this from level 1. You don't even have to worry about it. The first thing you want to do is just start leveling up your gun until you get some of those first attachments that I showed you. So yeah, just worry about leveling up your gun, get the sound suppressor, get the reinforced heavy, you know, work towards the 5mm, use that steady aim laser, get the 40 round speed mag, get the field tape, like just start leveling up your gun, get some decent attachments, you'll win way more gunfights, and you'll get eliminations on its own. You're gonna get way more than 300 by the time the gun's level 50. I think for me it was like 1,000 eliminations by the time I had gold. So this challenge is pretty much useless. You don't have to worry about it whatsoever. Headshots, you only have to get 75 headshots, which is less than other Call of Duties. And this is another challenge where I wouldn't even recommend going for it. In past Call of Duty's, headshots were all you needed, so you would go into hardcore and aim for the head and try and get free headshots. I got this on its own super fast. It just happens, and you're gonna get way more than 75 headshots on your way to 50, and by the time you get to level 50, if you need a few more, then hop into hardcore for a game and get them. But for the most part, you should be able to get 75 headshots on your way to level 50. So once again, you just don't need to worry about this camo. Next is the get 5 kills without dying 20 times, with all kills coming from the MP5 in multiplayer. Now, once again, this camo will just happen. These first 3 challenges are so simple. If you are having trouble with getting bloodthirsties, all you need to do is, in all of the games you're going to play on your way to level 50 with this gun, if you notice yourself on a 3 or 4 kill streak, and it'll tell you in the little yellow text as you're getting kills, if you notice yourself doing well, then, oh, I'm on a 4 kill streak, then just sit in a corner or something. Just get that 5th kill, just get that bloodthirsty, and go back at it. You will get 20 chances for a bloodthirsty on your way to level 50. And if you're not as good, like I said, just pay attention to the kind of streak you're on. If you're on a 3 or a 4, then just slow it down, get the 5th one, and then go back out there and play aggressive, and you'll get 20 of these eventually. Next up is the long shot medals. Now, it's up to you how you want to do this, but I will show you how I did mine. I went into hardcore to get this done, and I just sat in the back of my spawn, held the longest angle I possibly could, because you need to be far for these to count. And I was just hoping that they would come naturally, but I noticed that I had like 6 out of 50 when I was doing that. So I hopped into hardcore, and I played, I think, 3 games of hardcore, and then I had 48 out of 50. And I decided to just ignore the last 2. I don't want to play another game of hardcore. Instead, I'm just going to get the last 2 as I'm continuing to level up the gun. But going into hardcore, holding that really long angle, and just, it takes 2 bullets to kill with an SMG, but you will eventually get it done. And all you have to do for that is you can take off the suppressor and just throw on attachments that help you with recoil control. So like, you can take that off, keep on the heavy, or you can go with the ranger for bullet velocity. Basically, damage range and bullet velocity are big. You can take off the laser if you're going for distance. Let's see, reveal distance ADS. This will show people's name at a distance, so you could go with something like that. You could then throw on a grip that helps you with some recoil if you want to spray at a longer distance. The handle, flinch resistance is good, but you're going to be in hardcore, so you don't necessarily need it. You could switch it out for a stock. Basically, all I'm saying is make another class, throw on some attachments that help you with those longer gunfights like this one, and then just get those long shots done in a couple of games of hardcore. Super fast. Now, that was this one, right? Yep. So now we're on to the Flora camos, and this is kill 75 enemies detected, stunned, or blinded by your score streaks, equipment, or field upgrades. Now, I thought that this one would come naturally just by using a UAV, but the thing is using a UAV, it only counts when it's your UAV, and your UAV isn't up for very long, then has a 30-second cooldown, and then you have to get another one. So really, it ended up being pretty slow. So what you can do is you can make another class here, and you can switch out a perk. Assassin shows enemies on your minimap when they're revealed by a spy plane, and they have a crosshair indicator instead of a red dot if they are on a kill streak. So if you throw on Assassin, you call in your UAV, and you see a crosshair on that minimap, you kill that person, and it counts towards that challenge. And then another thing you can do to switch up your class is just that what I did was I just threw on the field mic, I threw on a stun grenade. If you want to, you can even have danger close on, so you have 2, yeah. And then, yeah, the challenge will get done in no time if you run a class like this. Just throw a lot of stuns, use your field mic, put down your field mic in a choke point. For example, on the map Checkmate, I was playing Domination. I had a field mic. My team had the B flag. I put the field mic down on their side of the plane, and I sat on the table or just anywhere in the plane. As soon as I entered the plane, I got a free kill for them being on my field mic, and that counts. So yeah, just set up a class like this. You'll get those 75 kills really fast if you actually go for them. But I would not recommend going for these until the end. Get as many as you can naturally just using your UAV. Same with the long shots. Like, you can just be patient, wait till you're close to the end once your gun's at like level 40, and then go play your games of hardcore for the long shots and go for these. The next set of camos here is a pain in the ass, and it's the science camos, and it's point blank range kills. These take the longest amount of time. You have to get 75 of them, but I did find a couple of strategies that you can use to get these done. The first one is just holding on to choke points in game modes like Domination and Hardpoint. For example, if you're playing on Checkmate again, and it's Domination, and your team has the B flag, and you know they have to come into the plane to get to the B flag, you can sit in the corner right next to their like wooden staircase that goes into the plane, and you can just sound whore, wait for them to walk up those stairs, and once they enter, walk right up to them, touch the barrel to them, and kill them. The point blank range kills, you need to be so close, and I have a couple of examples that I'll show you right here of times where it was really close, but it was not close enough. You need to be so close to people for this to count. So game modes like Control, Hardpoint, or Domination, find the objective, walk past the objective, and find a choke point where the enemies need to come through to get to the objective, and just sit in a corner and wait for them to pass you. Touch your gun to their back and let it rip. You need to be that close to them. Another thing that I found out worked pretty well for these was playing the Combined Arms Assault playlist, and I got the map Armada, and basically there's a lot of people that like to snipe across the boats on Armada, and you can grab a speedboat, flank around, sneak up behind all the people in their spawn, and get like 3 or 4 point blank kills. And I think there was one game on Armada where I got 12 in one game, and that was the most I did. And then there was also a game of Control where I got 8. Other than that, it's normally like 2 or 3 a game, and it takes a while. So as soon as you get the gun to level 40, as soon as this challenge comes out, start going for it. It takes the most amount of time, and it's not like you can set up a class like for the Flora camos where it happens fast. This camo challenge is the hardest one, and it will take time. And then once you get the gun to level 50, you have to get 25 double kills, which will happen so quick with this gun. This gun is so overpowered, you will get double kills quite a bit. Just attack the objective and kill them. Basically what happened for me was I got the gun to level 50, I finished these, and I still had 20 of these left to go, and 20 of these left to go. And then I made a class to get these done, and then I just kept going for these, and then I got the gun to gold. Okay, so this is going to be it for the video. This is the gun here. I'm gonna get in some sunlight and inspect this bad boy. The gold camo in this game looks incredible. It just, oh my god, look at that. It's something else. It's a beautiful camo. It does not take too long. This gun, it's broken. I didn't realize it when I was using it, but then I started using the M16 and was getting destroyed by this thing, and I realized just how good it is. Yeah, just go for those point-blank kills as soon as you get them. Use some of my class setups to go for the detected kills and so on. And just go for some of the attachments that I showed you to go for at first. Yeah, just go for some of those attachments that I told you to go for at first. Start leveling up this gun. That's the biggest thing when it comes to camos in this game from what I've seen so far. Just start leveling up the gun. In later videos with some of the weaker guns, I will show you ways that you can use it and better ways to make a good class. But for right now, this first weapon is the MP5, and it is definitely overpowered in this game. There really isn't too much you have to do. This gun is so good. So anyways, that's going to be it for the video. Let me know what you thought about it. Let me know if you got gold camo in this gun as well. And I will see you next time with the M16. I'm going to be doing the M16 next instead of the Milano because I want to get that gun out of the way before it possibly gets nerfed as well. And then I don't know what I'm going to do after the M16. I was thinking about coming back to the Milano, but we'll see. I'm going to do one of these videos for every single gun that I get gold, give you the best class setups to get on the way to level 50, show you the best class setup you can make overall, and show you tips and tricks that I used to get each and every camo that I had to get for gold. Anyways, that's going to be it for the video. Thank you very much, and peace.